A dozen more people have died from the flu here in San Diego County in the last week, bringing this season's total to 33. This time last year, only 7 people in the county had died from the flu. Joining us to talk about some ways to keep yourself and your family safe and prevent you from coming down, hopefully, with the virus is Dr. Richard Chaffoo. Dr. Chaffoo, thanks for being here.
Good to be here, Jen.
All right, we never like talking about the flu, but man, it has really taken a beating on San Diego this year.
Jen, it really has. I mean, it's really become more of an epidemic this year than in previous years. You know, the peak of the flu season is probably going to be in about 2 weeks, the CDC says. So it's certainly time for those stragglers or, you know, people that have put off getting their flu shot, for goodness sake, to go ahead and get that shot at this time.
Yeah, okay, so talk to me about how we can potentially avoid it, maybe some of the germiest places that are out there.
Exactly. So there are places that we all visit. You know, we all go to the gas pump, we pump from the gas, you know, the handle is contaminated. We're always at a store, we're punching in our, you know, our debit card, ATM. That's a very common location. Community pens, when you sign in somewhere, it's another very common place where we'll pick up these germs. You know, Jen, the issue is that most flu is caught from a respiratory droplets that come out of someone's nose and mouth when they sneeze, when they have the flu, and those droplets, Jen, can actually fly 6 feet or more. Now, sometimes are inhaled, but oftentimes are gotten on inanimate surfaces that we're all using all day long. Also include cell phones, tablets, and actually the most common way, Jen, that people are transmitting the flu is with a handshake. You know, we're friendly Americans, we're always shaking hands, and the problem is it's a very common way to transmit the flu. So, you know, it's understood maybe this time of the year you want to limit that. Certainly if you're going to shake hands, probably have a sanitizer nearby to wash it. If you're going to be on a surface like a phone or a tablet or, you know, at an ATM machine, make sure you have a barrier between yourself and that surface. For example, you might want to, you know, use a you know, a napkin or a piece of paper towel. And for goodness sake, if you're around where there's a community pen, pull out your own pen and use that. Yeah,
you got to do the whole, like, pretend you're handshaking and then do the hair wave back, like, sorry, not going to shake your hand.
Not right now.
All right, before we let you go, are there things that we can, I'm always interested in how our diet plays a role here. Are there things we can add or subtract to our diet to boost our immunity?
Well, the big thing, Jen, is, you know, just having a really balanced diet, drinking plenty of fluids, vitamin C, some researchers will tell you is important, getting plenty of rest, and then really trying to stay away from really crowded areas this time of the year, if you can, possibly, you know, community areas, theaters, malls, other places where there are large numbers of crowds of people. You're more likely to get the virus as a respiratory droplet being inhaled.
Yeah, and for goodness sake, people, if you're going to sneeze, cover it up and then wash your hands for all of our rest of our sakes. Richard Chaffoo, thanks so much for being here, Doc. Appreciate it.